Caged Aggression 19 Clash of Champions continues. Making his way to the Caged Aggression octagon is Earnest Zeus Walls, 5'4", 135 pounds, fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, and Iowa top team.
Little ball of power he is.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
big time.
he is. I like
Big
to watch
time.
him fight.
Just everything you could think of in a fighter, just all condensed into one relatively small, powerful package.
Miniature Hulk.
And having the chance to talk to him before the fights, he said that he fought for MCC a few months ago, and he had really worked on his boxing, and his boxing had really come along. So I know that he started out as being a pretty much strictly ground guy. So it is nice to see that he's been working on his boxing, and I really want to see if he has evolved as far as he believes he has.
Well, we were talking about that earlier, JD. The threat of the hands definitely makes your wrestling more dangerous, and being able to wrestle and have the hands makes your hands even more dangerous, because now you got guys guessing, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna punch me? Is he gonna dump me on my head? Well, if it looks like he's about to dump me on my head, what happens when he punches me if I'm trying to defend him from dumping me on my head, you know?
Yes.
It's a slippery slope. It's a bad game you're trying to play when you get in there with those guys that can do everything.
And he made sure to mention that, some of the shortcomings he had before had been at 145, and he really feels that 135 is a great weight for him. And as you can see, he looks to be in incredible shape, as always. So that 135 is looking really good on him.
I'm not sure what he walks around at, but he looks like he could possibly even get down to 125.
You know, I was going to say the same thing. He's really, really short, and 125 should be a very good weight class for him.
Now making his way to the Caged Aggression octagon is Caleb Gall, 5'9", 135 pounds, fighting out of Wapello, Iowa, and Skunk River Grappling Dojo.
Yeah, baby, if you ain't from the dojo, you don't know. That's a teammate of mine. That's Caleb Gall, man. He's a good kid, very explosive. He'll do everything. He'll wrestle, he'll punch, he'll kick, he'll try it all.
Very talented kid. I like to watch him fight.
Yeah, he had a good scrap with Anthony Driver last time for Caged Aggression. Right before this two-night event, the show leading up to it, they put on a good performance that night.
Yes, they did. Yep.
Yeah, having a chance to talk to Caleb before the fight, he said that he's going to look to let Walls wear himself down and then take advantage of him once he does that. So he knows that Walls has had some cardio issues in the past, so he's looking to let him sort of burn himself out and see what happens after that.
And that could be a dangerous game you're playing too, because what happens if you get finished while you're playing it safe? Some of those guys, they come out and they're real explosive, and that's how they win the fights. They do it quick and fast. Well, if you're not tough enough to withstand that storm, you might end up on the losing hand of that battle.
But what if you are?
Right. That's a gamble, baby. Let's roll the dice.
Let's roll it, yeah.
That's what we're here for, man. It's strategy. It's a chess game. It's not checkers. So Caleb's got this plan. He's got this thing that he's going to go through with, and we're going to see if it works out for him tonight.
Let's play chess.
Yeah. Violent chess.
Ladies and gentlemen, our sixth bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighed in at 137 pounds. He trains at Iowa Top Team. Joining us from Chicago, Illinois, Earnest Zeus Walls. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 135 pounds. He trains at the Skunk River Grappling Dojo. Joining us from Wapello, Iowa, Caleb Gall.
Earnest Walls in the red corner, Caleb Gall in the blue corner. Bruce Allen, your referee for this fight tonight. Jeremy J.D. Dorsey, Jordan the Henchman Hinman, and Mark Saintsy here on commentary. Let's watch some fights.
Let's watch him.
Don't blink.
Earnest does look more relaxed now. Usually when I see him, he's a lot explosive in there. He's taking his time.
Ooh, nice shot.
Nice catch of the kick and a straight right. Good trip.
Nice takedown there by Walls.
It looks like he has been working on his stand-up.
Yeah, definitely. You can see it's improved. Got a north-south position going right now. Walls looking to get side control.
Caleb needs to.
Yeah, he needs to get a left underhook and try to create some space and get his hips out. Ernest got to be careful, possible armbar situation being stretched out like that.
Tons of strength there showing my Walls being able to lift Gall up like that.
Yeah, good job staying busy too. He's not just hanging out, playing around in his guard. He's throwing hands. Switching to an armbar here, looks like. Walls escapes it.
If he can use that cage to get up, okay.
Walls comfortable with just letting Gall get up too.
Walls is looking to counter.
Yeah, it looks like he's pretty comfortable on his feet, as you spoke about him working a lot on his
Yeah,
boxing.
yeah,
It
you
definitely
can-
looks like,
Oh.
ooh, and a good uppercut. Neat
Nice
uppercut
combo.
to a rear straight.
Yeah, definitely, vastly improved as far as his stand-up is concerned. I mean, it's very noticeable in seeing somebody, can really work on their craft and be able to improve so much over a short period of time.
Second takedown, Walls has gotten off a kick from Gall. He's coming up just a little bit short on those head kicks.
I like to see Caleb get a little bit more busy on the bottom here. It looks a little gas right now.
Yeah, and I know he doesn't get to make it into the gym very much. He's got a pretty hectic work schedule. He's a young kid, and he's trying to make a living on his own, not making any excuses, but a little more groundwork obviously would benefit him right here in this situation for sure.
I like to see him to get up more, trying to stand up more
He's
just a little bit.
He's just not. I don't think he's comfortable or understanding where he needs to get his underhooks at to alleviate that weight of Walls laying on top of him. And he seems to be limping back to his corner. I don't know if he hurt his foot on one of those head kicks or what. As long as he doesn't mention anything to Bruce Allen, then it should be good for a second round.
Now, this is interesting to me. You're going into the second round. We know that Walls has had a bit of an issue with cardio in the past. So you have to wonder, is he gassed right now, or is that something else that he's improved as well?
From the looks of it, from my point of view right now, it looks like Walls is in very good shape right now. He hasn't been too explosive, so he's been saving it, and he looks comfortable right now. So it looks like he has a good cardio right now.
Yeah, he started off pretty, I wouldn't say slow, but very calm, very relaxed. He kind of was picking his shots, and when he was on top, he stayed busy, but he wasn't swinging for the fences, and he wasn't doing a lot of silly things to try to pass guard or whatever. He just kind of stayed nice and tight, threw punches, and stayed busy, and expended a little bit of energy.
Yeah.
Looks like he is in good shape.
I'd like to probably see more jabs coming from Caleb.
And if you're Walls, I'd like to think you just get right back to what you were doing.
Looks like we call him the fight.
Stop the fight.
Leg.
Yeah, Gall is looking.
Something wrong with the leg.
Yeah, definitely something wrong with his leg.
Corner says it looks to be like his knee. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely.
For both guys. You want to give as an opponent, you want to give a good fight. You want to give the guy that you're fighting a good, a good fair showing or whatever. And to end like this, it's always kind of bittersweet.
Right, and especially after, putting on a show that Gall was able to do last time when we saw him at Challengers.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate to see him, have to lose his fight due to injury.
Yeah.
But
live and you learn, though.
Of course. And going back to Walls real quick, if he is able to put it together, which it sort of looks like he has, this guy is going to be a staple in this division for a long time to come.
Definitely looked really good. Stand-up looked good, and of course, wrestling very strong, very explosive. He'll be hard to beat at 135, even harder at 125.
You know, I would like to see him at 125. I really that 135, he's going to end up running into guys that are pretty tall, and he's really short, you know. So at 125, I think he'll be a wrecking ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just got to lose some of those muscles just a little bit. That's it.
He can give them to me. I'll take some of them.
Good fight, though. That was a good fight.
Yeah, very good fight. Wish we could have got a little bit more.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Bruce Allen, has called a stop to this contest between rounds, declaring your winner due to injury, Earnest Zeus Walls.
Earnest Walls, your winner here tonight at Caged Aggression 19 Clash of Champions.